played the new beginning yet?
Tgan. I do this shit for the love of the game. Ass jerky don't make itself. Sorry. It's showtime.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Gotta adjust my camera. I don't know why my camera looks a little wider. I forgot to put my Spider-Man up. Need to have him up every show. Alrighty, welcome to episode 11 of the game adaptation. It could actually be better. What the review? Oh. Alright. Anyways. Of the game adaptation. Tgan Live, episode 11. And it's been... Actually, there's been some actual news this week, so hopefully maybe I can do the whole show just on adaptation news. Because my last topic is a kind of a big one. But topics today include the Tomb Raider filming has been put on pause for a reason that I'll get into. See, I'm gonna tease y'all, so if you're watching, you're gonna have to keep watching to figure out what I'm talking about. Jack Black apparently wants to be in another adaptation because being in every second one isn't enough. I wish I knew why my topic scroller would do that thing at the top. Still more things I gotta figure out. Let's see, what else? Fallout, more news on just how the Fallout show is doing and how what it's done and how it's affected things in a good way for everyone involved. Now I gotta look up to see what else I put down. I'm trying not to get into what I'm talking about yet. But the very last topic, the main topic, as I'm forgetting that I should put the main topic. I should put the main topic near the end. I'm gonna move this over here. My chat box that no one's chatting, but you know, it's there. But the main topic is that the Super Mario Galaxy movie is getting torn apart by critics. Not so much the casual viewers like us, but critics are not a fan of the new Super Mario Galaxy movie, which we will get into eventually. So if you're new here, drop a like, drop a sub, drop a share, drop it like it's hot, drop your pants. But let's get into the first story. Over here, Sophie Turner has been sidelined from the Tomb Raider production as she's injured herself already. As said over here at Entertainment Weekly, injury sidelines Sophie Turner shutting down the Tomb Raider series production. Sophie Turner has been sidelined. That music's maybe too loud. It sounds louder on your end than mine. The upcoming series adaptation of the beloved video game is developed, let's say was, by Phoebe Waller-Bridge in her big first project since Fleabag. The first live-action series is being developed by Fleabag star Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It stars Sigourney Weaver, Turner, and Jason Isaacs. Also got my internet hardwired this time, so I shouldn't get any dropouts like last week where I got like 2 dropouts in the middle of the show. Here's the main article. Sophie Turner has been injured, causing a production halt on the highly anticipated Tomb Raider series, in which the Game of Thrones star plays Harris and adventurer Lara Croft. Sophie Turner recently experienced a minor injury. As a precaution, production is briefly paused to allow her time to recover. We look forward to resuming production as soon as possible, Amazon MGM Studios said in a statement shared with Entertainment Weekly. So how serious is this actual injury? Could they just be playing it down and it's really bad, or maybe it's really not that bad? Maybe she just got like a hangnail or something. Amazon announced that production kicked off January 15th, based on the beloved game series that was adapted into a popular pair of films starring Angelina Jolie in the early 2000s. The property's first live-action series adaptation does not yet have a release date, probably sometime next year. Tomb Raider has been a viable site for adaptation ever since the first game released in '96. The first film, Lara Croft Tomb Raider, grossed over double its budget in 2001, while the sequel Cradle of Life earned $160 million on a $95 million budget. A pair of unrelated animated series followed. In 2018, Lara Croft returned to the big screen in a reboot starring Swedish Oscar actor Alicia Vikander. I get tired out so quickly from reading. I don't know. It's like I never get enough sleep ever. Tomb Raider game series company Crystal Dynamics and MGM announced. Fleabag creator and star Phoebe Waller-Bridge as the creative force behind the series in 2024. If I could tell my teenage self that this was happening, I think she would explode. The actress, director, and writer said at the time, Tomb Raider has been a huge part of my life. Really, and I feel incredibly privileged to be bringing it to television with such passionate collaborators. Turner's casting was announced the following September. I'm so excited to announce the formidable Sophie Turner as our Laura alongside. Oh, sorry, Lara. I don't want to say Laura. People are going to lose their poo. As our Lara alongside the phenomenal creative team. It's not very often you get to make a show of this scale with a character you grew up loving, Waller-Bridge said. Joining Waller-Bridge and Turner on the series are showrunner Chad Hodge, who previously created the series Wayward Pines. That was a pretty cool show. The Playboy Club, never seen it. Story Kitchen's mates include Sigourney, Jason Isaacs, Bill Patterson, and Celia Imrie. Who's that? Again, I'm getting like distracted by what's on the screen. I love the Tomb Raider franchise, and before she would be a great addition. She's such a great actress. I love her in Game of Thrones. So, Sophie Turner has an injury, but how serious is it? I don't know how much you'd be able to find out about that. If I Googled more about it, what would happen? Sophie Turner, Tomb Raider. Oh, I forgot she's married to one of the Jonas. Tomb Raider injury. She's married to one of the Jonases. Actually, I think she's divorced now. Oh, she's so young. She's like fucking not even 30 or barely 30, and she's already married and divorced with a kid. So this is just kind of like Google does its own mini AI summary. What does it link to? The same article I was reading, Deadline. So the pause began late March 2026. So how late is that? Probably earlier this week. Estimates vary significantly. Some suggest a 2-week. Speculate the halt could last 1 to 6 months. See, now that's a huge difference. 2 weeks to 1 to 6 months is a huge difference. So if she get injured, is it that bad that someone could say it could actually last 6 months? That would be insane. See, why is someone saying that when someone else is saying brief? It's like, are they just saying briefly right now to cover for themselves? Did they like do something dumb on set? Did they not have enough proper safety? Because improper safety happens so many times on movies where people get hurt and even die. And it's almost always a stunt double who gets effed in the pee. It's unfortunate. Yeah, she's only 30. She didn't know she had a perpetual back problem. Okay. How do you not know that? See, the answers are like all over the place. Some people say a couple weeks, some people say a couple months. Some random article down here on Reddit is saying pause for at least a month after Sophie Hertzberg suffers back injury. See, now this one's saying that she suffered a back injury. So, as again, all different types of responses. Hey, I should join this Reddit while I'm here. To once again quote legend Danny Trejo on why principals shouldn't do their own stunts. This is one of the comments on the Reddit article. We have stunt people to do that stuff, and if they get hurt, I'm sorry to say that, but they just need to put a mustache on another Mexican and we keep going. But if I get hurt, everybody's out of a job, so I don't choose to do that. Well, let's see, that's how Danny thinks. He's such a nice guy. Like one of the roughest looking dudes ever, and he's got a heart of gold. I'm assuming. That's fucking hilarious. For someone discovered via being incarcerated? Right, I guess so. At AA conventions held in AA Alcoholics Anonymous. Oh right, okay. So many conflicting answers of how long the show could be on hiatus for this. All these AI trailers. People with their AI trailers is like cheap way to get views. You're watching my stream on my phone. The music is way louder than it is for me. I don't know why it's so much louder. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. I don't know how to fix that. Maybe if I have too many topics written in the single space, it overlaps each other. Probably shouldn't try to fix this while I'm on the show, but not that anyone's watching. What if I just remove the topics part? Done. Make the font a little smaller. No, it's too small. Nah. I don't know how to make it better. Make it better. Well, there you have it. Sophie Turner is down for the count. Someone's saying it's a back injury. So here's this one that says it's a back injury. Actually, this one linked to a Variety article. I don't know if the Variety article has anything different to say. Yeah, see here it's saying it's a exaggerated pre-existing back injury with production shut down at least a month. Okay, what is this? How can one person say 2 weeks, another person say 6 months? Jump to the comments. I'm gonna write something. Some reports say they're only going to be down for 2 weeks. This one says possibly 6 months. Those are big discrepancies. Is that how I spell it? How do I spell it? I think it's with an I. Yeah. I don't know if anyone's in the chat that's new. Maybe it's just me. That's my real name. I don't care if anyone sees it. I'm not shy about that. Not that anyone's watching anyways. Post comment. Wait, what did that comment say? They had to what? They had to amputate her cheeks. They had to amputate her cheeks? What does that even mean? Are they saying she's got big cheeks? Like butt cheeks or face cheeks? Alright, let's go over here to talk about my favorite topic ever, Fallout. Amazon confirmed that Fallout Season 2 was the second most watched returning show ever with 83 million viewers. Fallout Season 2 has become Amazon's second most watched returning show of all time. The streamer revealed the second installment of the post-apocalyptic video game adaptation brought in 83 million viewers. This makes it only second to Reacher, which accumulated 15.6 viewers in just 19 days after Season 3 hit Prime last spring. What's more, 100 million people across the world watch Fallout as a whole. 100 million people across the world watch Fallout as a whole in this period, thanks to more people returning into Season 1 to catch up ahead of the latest batch of episodes. Around the time of release, it seemed like Season 2 wasn't raking in as many views as the record-breaking Season 1. The first season had the best premiere for a series ever on the streamer, but that was mostly down to a new release schedule. All episodes dropped at once for Season 1, while Season 2 was released weekly. Fallout got an early renewal for a third season in May 2025, and production for Season 3 is expected to kick off this summer, with the Ghoul heading to Colorado and Lucy and Co. heading to Pastures New. They're in New Vegas for now. They're probably going to be there for most of the Season 3. The next installment is set to explore some exciting new game locations. There are definitely a few things from the game that we wanted to do since Season 1, co-showrunner Geneva Robinson Dorrit recently told SFX Magazine. Now it's narratively the right time to get to them, but I don't want to say more than that and spoil it. Fallout Season 2 is streaming on Prime Video. Well, you know, that isn't a whole lot. There's another one over here, but I don't think it's any different. Over on Windows Central. They said the Minecraft, which I'd argue is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. No, I wouldn't say that personally. These are some older articles. Amazon crowns Fallout Season 2 as the sixth most popular season on of all time, but won't reveal data just yet. This was back in like January. The show is like still on. Fallout Season 2 is competing with Reacher and Rings of Power. I thought Rings of Power was garbage. I didn't even watch the first full episode. It was like so annoying I turned it off. Fallout's change in release strategy doesn't seem to be affecting the game adaptation. This is one I never read. Fallout Season 2's ratings are down from Season 1's record-breaking debut, mainly because they had completely different release strategies. Wouldn't that be the opposite? I figured they thought it was going to do the opposite. Having it weekly would make it more viewers. The Fallout Season 2 premiere had a significantly lower viewership than its predecessor, but that makes sense. After all, Prime Video's release strategy for both installments couldn't have been more different. Nielsen's streaming stats via Hollywood Reporter show that the new season of Fallout accumulated 794 million viewers. 794 million viewing minutes in Prime Video during the week of release, which compared to the 2.9 million minutes achieved by Season 1. 2.9 billion minutes. Might seem like a huge step down. Season 1 of the show still stands as the best premiere for a series ever, so it's a pretty hard record to beat to begin with. I'm still bad at reading this when I'm reading. I don't know what it is. It's like. However, it's worth noting that all episodes of the first season were released at the same time. We already know that. With only a few episodes left to air. Yeah, that's when they wrote this. The show is still on. Ooh, my phone is making noises. Shut up, phone. I keep forgetting to put that on mute. Excuse me. Excuse me. They're making a new Phases of Death film. That's weird. Again. Well, I don't know. That's about all there is to say about that. Over here, Jack Black. Oops. Jack Black wants a role in a Yakuza game adaptation. His surprise comments fuel major buzz around Sega's live-action plans. There's already a Yakuza show, but I think this is a specific Yakuza. But it might have just been some random thing he said during an interview, and then they ran with it. Actor and musician Jack Black has never been shy about jumping between genres. From comedy films to blockbuster game adaptations, known for his energetic performance and distinctive humor, he now appears to be eyeing yet another gaming universe. In a recent interview, Black expressed interest in joining a live-action adaptation of Sega's long-running crime series. The comment has sparked quite a curiosity among fans, especially given his recent success in game adaptation. That would be like his fourth one. He was in Minecraft, he was in Borderlands, and he was in Super Mario. Around the same time, he was speaking alongside co-star Donald Glover, adding that the broader conversation about fictional worlds he might explore next. Jack Black's playful hat in the ring comment and the ongoing challenge of adapting the Yakuza game. Black reportedly mentioned that he would throw his hat in the ring for a role in the Yakuza series adaptation, as reported by Screen Rant. His comment came during an interview tied to promotional work for an upcoming project. So not the Mario Galaxy project, which just came out. The tone was relaxed, almost playful, but also direct. He joked about not knowing if there were roles suitable for him. Describing him in a light, self-aware way. He wouldn't work in a Yakuza game. Yakuzas are all just Japanese, so like I don't play the games, but as far as I know, Yakuza is all just, the Yakuza, as in Japanese people. He joked about not knowing whether a role was suitable for him. He then came to the informal message aimed at Sega. The Yakuza franchise has been around since 2005. It blends gritty crime storytelling with unexpected humor. Experts often say that adaptations struggle because the tone can feel uneven if not handled carefully. The narrative follows Kazumi Kairu. Yeah, but there's a different guy like every game, so that doesn't really help. Unless you're just basing on the very, very first game. A former Yakuza member navigating loyalty, honor, and conflict within Japan's criminal underworld. The emotional weight sits alongside side stories that can almost feel comedic. A previous Western adaptation, including the Prime series Like a Dragon. Yes, he did Like a Dragon already. So I don't know why they're talking about this is the first time. They're talking like this is the first time they've done Yakuza, when it's not. But it received mixed to negative reactions. Some viewers felt the tone did not fully capture the spirit of the game. The tone was like not even anything like Yakuza, or at least according to me. I know I pay a little bit of enough to know that it just felt like a show in Japan with the Yakuza slapped on it. Some viewers Jack Black's filmography and his connection to game-based worlds. Jack Black's filmography might explain why his name keeps coming up in discussions like this. His roles in films such as the Super Mario Bros. Movie and Minecraft-related projects show he's comfortable in stylized game-based worlds. There is a pattern. He often plays characters He often plays characters who carry humor but still exist within high stakes of a fantastical world. That blend could align with Yakuza's mix of seriousness and occasional comedic moments, which may further strengthen fan theories and casting discussions around his potential involvement in similar adaptations. Jack Black and Don Glover discuss game universes amid growing interest in game adaptations. During the same conversation, Don Glover mentioned other fictional universes he enjoys, including popular fantasy, sci-fi properties. Black responded with humor, reacting to the mention of similar-sounding names in a playful misunderstanding. The exchange itself was light, but it highlighted how actors often discuss shared interests in storytelling worlds. These moments sometimes influence future projects, though nothing is confirmed in this case. Video game adaptations have gained momentum in recent years. Some succeed commercially, others struggle critically. Black's involvement in multiple high-grossing titles. Yeah, not Borderlands, that's for sure. I can't believe how badly that movie bombed. I'll never understand why that bombed so bad. Like, any movie can bomb and still do decent, but that movie was bombed like so hard. I don't even get it. Time. See, I'm moving too fast. I'm not even on an hour, and I'm already back to my main topic. So Roger Ebert gave it the RogerEbert.com, the actual Roger Ebert ain't alive no more. 1.5 out of 4. Who rates anything out of a 4? You call it out of a 4 and you got 5 stars. See, that's like that's how dumb you people are. That's how dumb RogerEbert.com is. Verify you are a human. Pretty sure I'm a human. Okay, that was just the Google whatever, the Google what am I trying to say? The Google synopsis put 5 stars instead of 4. I guess I didn't know that. My cat snores. It's funny. RogerEbert.com. Yarg. The arcade game adaptations can be charted, funnily enough, through the history of Super Mario Bros. On big screen, such as 93 Super Mario Bros. Strange cyberpunk aesthetic and dizzying mishmash of tones between family-friendly romp and dystopian thriller. Dennis Hopper as King Koopa was a disaster upon release. There were moments during the Galaxy movie that I longed for a big, ridiculous swing like that. Really? I don't think about that. That would be, no. But we're in an age where the audience wants fidelity in their game movies. Ever since the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie backtracked on its admittedly horrifying initial design, they're talking about the teeth. That was funny. Was richly rewarded for it. Big budget game movies have banked on delivering exactly what they see when they play the game at home. No more, no less. 2023 Super Mario Bros. Movie did just that, tossing in a dopey Chris Pratt voice performance and your classic Illumination studio hijinks. Became the highest grossing video game adaptation of all time. Bully for them. But with that success comes a sequel, and it pains me to inform that Super Mario Galaxy feels more of the same, but even more thinly rendered and rushed. As the title implies, the film is a loose and extremely loose of 07 Super Mario Galaxy. Do I want to read this whole thing? I get so tired. Talking too much makes me tired. Is that normal? I don't know. I'm seeing this tomorrow, so I won't be able to review it until after tomorrow, or tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to start There's a Bluey live show. That's pretty funny. This is over on Variety, their review. The Super Mario Galaxy movie, we meet Yoshi, a cuddly green dinosaur in pink boots who looks like a rubber bath toy. He's voiced in a babyish coo by Donald Glover. How much of that is actually his voice, and how much did they actually audio fix it to make it sound the way it sounds? But Loom and Lee had a funny... Anyways, what was I saying? We also met an army of Lumas, icky, adorable, iridescent stars in designer colors who are the cousins of Lumen Lee. Luma Lee from the Super Mario Bros. Movie, but Luma Lee had a funny Debbie Downer vibe. Whereas the new ones are just generic glow sticks mascots saying Mama. The mama they're referring to is Princess Rosalina Brie Larson, the adopted mother of the Lumas. How did that happen? Why ask why? Who happens to be the sister of Princess Peach? Anya Talaja. In the opening scene, do I want to ruin this for myself if I'm going to watch it tomorrow? Well, I guess it's too late. That droid is being controlled by Bowser Jr. So she gets kidnapped by a big droid, and it's Bowser Jr., who is a tiny plushy version of his father. It's voiced by Betty Safdie, who is a director. Comes off as a Kitty Wallace Shawn, pipsqueak tyrant. If you don't know who Wallace Shawn is, he's the guy from Princess Bride that kept saying, "Inconceivable!" There you go. See? Is he still alive? Okay. He's still alive. That's good. He's got daddy issues, of course, but we'll resolve them since Bowser hasn't gone away. He's just very small. That happened when he got zapped at the end of the first film, and now he's rather chastened, to the point where he actually becomes a fragment of our heroes for a while, and never even sings one song. That's right, there is no sequel to Peaches in this movie. Then Bowser gets big again and reunites with the son, and the two agree to reel the universe together, or something like that. But somehow two Bowsers add up to less than a Wowzer of one. That's not a bad line. But somehow two Bowsers add up to less of a Wowzer than one. I should mention that the film also includes the grouchy Toad and his fellow denizens of the Mushroom Kingdom, plus the Honey Queen, Issa Rae, who rules the Honey Hive Galaxy, and Wart, Luis Guzman, who might just as well be called the Frog King. Well, that's who he is. Frog King and Wart is the same person as far as I know. As well as the Artisania decorated residents of what appears to be a Mexican village in the Red Desert. Plus a giant bee, Rob the Robot, a full-on T-Rex, and a giant purple dragon. Plus Fox McCloud, a swaggering pilot who's like Han Solo crossed with Rocket from the Guardians of the Galaxy. Sure, that's not a bad cross. Han Solo with Rocket? That's not bad. What's wrong with all that? Did I mention that Mario and Luigi, whose valiant mustache Brooklyn plumbers are in the Super Mario Galaxy movie? They most definitely are, though they often feel like an afterthought. They're on their own disparate galaxy quest, trying to stop the Bowsers and to help Princess Peach rescue her captive sister. She and Mario have a mutual crush thing going on, but that's kind of an afterthought too, since the romance isn't built into the movie storyline. Nothing is really. Not a single one of these characters, including Mario and Luigi, occupies the center of the Super Mario Galaxy. And that's because the movie has no center. The film keeps throwing things at you. It's an orgy of video game Easter eggs. But while that's all clearly designed to appeal to young gamers, I don't mean that the film replicates the experience of playing one of the Super Mario games. The first movie actually did, and managed at the same time to be a miraculously entertaining transmutational story for kids and adults alike. It was one of the best animated films in years. Super Mario Galaxy movie is one of the worst. It has the same characters, same directors, Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek, and same screenwriter, Matthew Fogel, but despite flashes of imagistic dazzle, I've never heard that word before. It almost seems like these talented artists have been body snatched. It feels like the Nintendo suits took over this time. It feels like the Nintendo seats. Fuck. It feels like the Nintendo suits took over this time. The Super Mario Galaxy movie is full of scenes of running, leaping, chasing, falling through the air, falling into lava, fighting and more fighting, but nothing in the movie is sustained. It's a mad jumble, an eager product tie-in mess. It's one of the only animated features I've seen since the Pokemon films that seem to be wearing its Easter egg on the outside. Super Mario Bros. Movie had a center, and a great one, in the presence of Bowser, who Jack Black played as a leering supervillain who was also a debauched romantic. The entire plot of the movie spun out of his love for Princess Peach, and Black's vocal performance was a delectable wave of monomania and insecurity. I realized that the filmmakers didn't just want to repeat what they did the first time, but they should have gone bigger. And the fact that Black never gets to sing a song is going to disappoint a galaxy worth of fans. Instead, the two Bowsers wind up seeming rather innocuous. Just another double cog in the film's machinery of eye candy in all directions. The Super Mario Galaxy movie is frenetic in such an impersonal way that it feels like the entire film should be put on Ritalin, yet it may well be that as commercial enterprise, this is more Easter egg hunt of a movie. Will clean up exactly as it's designed to. The film treats its story as a threadbare adventure, a mere throwaway, because it's so focused on those little pings of recognition for gamers, and that's quite a come down. After several decades of dreadful video game films, the Super Mario Bros. Movie and last year, a Minecraft movie, were proof positive that the big screen adaptation of a game could be wild and in a phantasmagorical way classical fun. Let's hope the Mario Galaxy movie doesn't herald a return to the days of video game movies as spectacular and overstimulated chaos. Did this person actually give it a rating? They just reviewed it. Does he give it a rating up somewhere? No. Alright, let's go over here to the Rotten Tomatoes, where everyone seems to think it's the standard. So as of right now, with 163 reviews, the tomato meter is 41%, but the popcorn meter is 90. So I would go more about the 90. The 90 rating is from average viewers like you and me and everyone else. I'm not a professional reviewer yet. But the critics definitely aren't fans. Let's take a look at the critics' reviews. Christopher Lloyd, 3.5 out of 5. That isn't that bad. Fast, goofy, visually imaginative. and just a big glob of sheer fun for kids and younger teens. This one just says 1 tomato, so what does that mean? It's a roller coaster that in just over 90 minutes delivers a spectacular non-stop adventure. And I mean non-stop literally because it really pauses to develop its characters. That's a good succinct review right there. Pretty much what everyone's really been saying. It's kind of frenetic and doesn't develop story or character enough. So on the whole, Super Mario Galaxy might not be quite as fun as the first. I mean, really, the omission of a fresh Bowser song? That's the second time someone said that. No Bowser song. Fuck that. Okay, who's this Marissa Hill lady? That's unusual. Go into this film like you're about to turn on your N64 and play with your friends. There's no need to overthink, just have fun. Yeah, exactly. So 3 out of 5 is a tomato. 2 out of 5 is a squished green tomato. It's a fried green tomato. It's like Whiplash Cinema at its best. Peachy for fans and painful for newbies. Animated joyride is on the box for run office glory. It's on the run for box office glory. So what if it doesn't have an ending? It just stops as if it's totally exhausted. Now that I can relate to. Okay, seriously? This guy, Kyle Smith, is a little out of it. There's almost nothing Galaxy that even raises to the level of the attempted gag, and the movie is notably weaker than the Mario Bros. Movie, which was just barely watchable. And that's a bit much. I wouldn't say that the first movie was barely watchable. The first movie is great. Fuck, the hiccups. Super Mario Galaxy movie tries to go bigger than its predecessor, yet ends up seeming smaller. There's very little plot in this sequel to the 2023 Mario Bros. Movie. It just feels like more of a series of sugar-coated chases. 6 out of 10. As long as it keeps the fans happy, then Mario is able to beat his second movie level. In his obsession with making a bigger sequel, the production overloads the film, and at times pushes it to become what would have happened if Michael Bay had decided to direct an animated offering. There are good performances throughout, but they're regularly in need of lengthier scenes and increasingly evolved material. Visually busy, but narratively weightless sequel, Super Mario Galaxy trades story for spectacle, fun for fans, but ultimately a hollow ride through space with little to hold on to. Ian Thomas Malone. It looks like a woman, so why is it saying Ian? Can Ian be a woman's name too? I didn't know Ian could be a woman's name. I didn't see that before. Unless she's not a woman. Directors Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek have no ambitions for their work beyond crafting a feature-length cutscene. A gorgeous film with absolutely zero substance. It's almost astonishing to see how little effort was put into telling a story. So, see, here's one, 7.5. This is the highest rating we've seen. I think also one of the Seattle Times or someone, like when they first dropped a list of who was rating what, the top rating was 7.5 and the lowest rating was 0. Yes, 0. "411 Mania." It seems to be some type of wrestling based site. But this guy gave it a 7.5. So I'll just look at a synopsis of what the review is. Super Mario Galaxy is still highly entertaining with vibrant worlds, imagination, and charming characters. However, the movie becomes way too busy, throwing so many characters and subplots on screen that few of them have enough room to breathe or receive sufficient development. The movie develops ideas that are actually quite interesting, such as Bowser's emotional conflict and the example he's setting for his son. But the script unceremoniously tosses them aside later. Fox McCloud works because it's not really his movie, and he makes the most of every second he's on screen, likely setting up a Star Fox spin-off or something, or maybe just for the Super Smash Bros. Movie that they're probably going to make. The next Super Mario Bros. Movie must significantly increase its length. No. I don't want to see an animated movie longer than an hour and a half. Especially if the creatives continue adding more characters, which appears to be a given. Is this a movie primarily for Nintendo fanatics? Yes, probably. But despite the story flaws, this Nintendo fan was suitably entertained. What would they even call the next Mario movie? Super Mario Galaxy 2? Super Mario Smash Bros? Maybe the next Mario movie will be their Smash Bros? That was funny. Let's stop. 1.5 out of 5. That's pretty low. I guess it's in order of release, as in the very first released article. I'm still. The guy that gave it a 0 was like at the very, very bottom of the list. Okay, now this person gave it a 9.5. This is the highest one I've ever seen. 9.5. It's such a crazy discrepancy between our rating. Lyle's Movie Files. So some guy named Lyle has his own site. That's crazy. This guy gave it a 9.5 out of 10. How did you? I'm gonna write a comment. How did you give it a 9.5 when another reviewer gave it a 0? Gave it a 0. That's my old thing. I need to change that. A welcome follow-up to the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Galaxy should have no trouble leveling up at the box office and beyond. I wonder if it'll make $1 billion. Actually, I'll check out the box office. This is the box office mojo for it yet. Box Office Mojo Super Mario Galaxy. It's made $48 internationally. So, total gross domestic 100 million. Has it not released worldwide yet? I mean, it's only the first weekend, so to date, it's made 107 million. That's a decent opening weekend, but it's like I guess it's a long weekend too. Maybe they intentionally released it Easter weekend, hoping to get a couple extra days out of it. So I guess internationally it hasn't been released yet. So internationally, it's just basically nothing. Right now, it's only coming out. It's only came out in North America, which is where I'm from. Where are you from? No one in the chat, anyways. Back. I figured no one's watching, so might as well go. Returning us to the Lord Trippy Mushroom Kingdom. Lurid? The Mushroom Kingdom is lurid? I guess. I guess if it involves mushrooms, that means you're on mushrooms. The movie is equally barmy, if not quite. It's not quite as fresh or funny as its predecessor. A colorful and charming sequel that expands Mario's world into space. While the story is predictable, strong visuals, humor, and surprising Bowser arc makes this a fun family watch. This is yet another big screen rehash of the Nintendo classics that will make you want to play the games rather than watch this movie again. Here's the guy, Jeff Maurer, who gave it a 0. 0 out of 5. But the only annoying thing is that when I try to click on the site to read the entire review, it makes you want to like sign up, which is just like, give me a break. There's no way to read any of it other than the first little part of it. never seen anyone give anything a 0. Ever. Like the first Mario Bros. Animated film, it's an average movie boosted by great design. Alright, let's go to the audience reviews, which are way more positive. I don't know, there's a verified audience. What does that mean? You gotta give them your blood sample or something? This is a pretty much be perfect fun family film for kids. If you're trying to rate it on how it compare, okay, this person can't even fucking write. Am I gonna read an article written by a moron? Better than the first one. A fun movie if you're a fan of Nintendo and Mario. Oh, so there's 2 post-credit scenes. Good to know, I guess. They are pretty. I guess anyone's just gonna do that now. Any movie they go to, they're gonna just assume just post-credits, all because of the MCU-ish. It's a must-see, action-packed movie. Very funny moments. Everything you want for a Mario movie. Can't wait to see what's in store for us. Not enough Mario and Luigi, so it seems like the 2 mains are being pushed to the back a little bit for the sake of setting up other characters. So they seem to have thrown too much at the wall. The Super Mario Galaxy movie is an outstanding sequel that definitely lives up to the hype. Very funny. Who's Pedro Martinez? Hello, Pedro Martinez. Never seen you before. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Have you seen the new Mario Galaxy movie? That's what I'm talking about. It's being crushed by critics. This guy over here, or girl, whatever, gave it a half a star out of 5. Absolutely terrible. So much random stuff happening constantly. It's hardly about the Mario world. Walked out of the theater early. I've never left a movie early from a theater ever, no matter how bad it is. I'm like, I paid for this fucking movie. I'm watching it. No, not yet. Yeah, I'm gonna see it tomorrow. How did you find me, by the way? I've never seen you in any chat on the shows I follow or in my chat. Okay, the game and Star Fox McCloud animations were pretty cool. Philip wants to go see it again, or Felipe. Fun and entertaining. We'll definitely go see it again. Well, that's great. Shut up, phone. Super phone, charged on my computer, and if I touch it, it makes noises. It's like the longer I stay on, the more I get slightly more viewers. But then it's like I run out of things to talk about. It's building like a Super Smash Bros. Movie. Lots of characters were in it. I loved it. And the story, so awesome. I don't know what that means. That's not English. My day's pretty regular so far. I had some pancakes. Now I'm here doing my live. Listen, this is probably best looking child's animation of I've seen in my life for a long time. As the story lacks night, like first, like first one, it makes up. I'm sorry, I like reading people who don't know how to write. Maybe their English isn't the first language, so you know. Laughing hard. Fight scenes were amazing. I definitely do think people should watch. It was fun. I mean, yeah, the pacing is still really fast. I had a fun time, but I'm just kind of mad how Rosalina was barley in the film. Was there barley in the movie? I like barley. Yeah, don't pay attention to the critics. People clearly loved it. Such a fun movie. Definitely a must watch for Mario Nintendo fans. What did the first movie get? Maybe I can find it. They'll have to type it in. I'll click on his name. Whoa, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. First one got 59%. I didn't realize it got that low of a rating for the first movie. I thought it'd be way higher. So basically, really, just kind of critics didn't like it that much. The audience did. The audience gave it a 95, so that's pretty damn good. So you know, I don't trust the critics. They're all just like expecting too much from an animated film, like it's going to be some type of amazing experience. It's pretty much exactly what people are expecting. I think Pedro left. I hope you at least subscribed before you left. My most recent video is doing decent for me at least. Over on Metacritic, the other day it was 37, now it's 36. Generally unfavorable. But here, the Seattle Times was the one that gave it 75 or 7.5 out of 10, or I guess 75 out of 100, depending on how you want to look at it. And they do it in order of good, best to worst review. A committee-made franchise object masquerading as an adventure, and ultimately little more than empty commercial for Super Mario branding. Yeah. What is this IMDb rating right now? See, 6.6 isn't that bad. So, I don't know why they gotta be so dramatic. Wait, is this must be like for next movie already? They're talking about stars back Danny DeVito's Wario. I thought Wario was in this. I thought I heard a rumor that it was. Oh yeah, he already knows Danny from fucking him and Danny have been doing It's Always Sunny for like 15, 20 years almost. They've been like together for forever. I would choose my buddy Danny DeVito. It might be him randomly saying things like him and DeVito have the most closest relationship on the show. Charlie and Frank. Farley and Tank. Get it? Eric Bauza. Bauza, I don't know. He does a lot of voice acting. I recognize his name. So why is this one saying 122 million when Box Office Mojo just said it was like 107 million so far? Super Mario Galaxy movie. They're making a Madden movie? Like, how the fuck did this happen? This is news to me. They're making a Madden movie. It's coming out in November. Wait, no, I already knew this. Never mind. Yeah, this is a biopic. This isn't really a video game. This is about the guy himself. Yeah, I've seen the trailer for this. John Mulaney as Chip Hawkins? Ugh. Yeah, so this isn't so much a game adaptation movie. It's a biopic of John Madden. But I guess they're gonna have that. I don't know. They're still doing The Witcher, or according to this, it's The Witcherch. I thought the last season was the last one. Like mercilessly, they should just kill the show. They're already intent on killing it. They've already killed it. So why continue? Why drag it out? Just get rid of it. You successfully destroyed the show. So these are the upcoming releases. Sonic 4 coming March 2027. Zelda May 7th, 2027. They're going to bring up that again. The 2008 April Fool's trailer. That was like so old. That was funny though. Another Minecraft movie, July 2027. Helldivers, November 10th, 2027. Ghosts of Tsushima Legends, just says 2027. Untitled Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So isn't Sonic the Hedgehog 4? Or is it a spin-off with Knuckles and Tails or something? Who's Martha? Martha is dead. Steal a brain rot. Baldur's Gate. House of the Dead. Grow a garden. How the friggin' you can turn that into a game? God of War. We already knew about that. Life is Strange. Death Stranding. Mosquito. Just Cause. TBD. Chained Together. TBD. Kingmakers. TBD. Far Cry. TBD. Overcooked. TBD. Mortal Kombat 3. TBD. So they're already working on a Mortal Kombat 3, which I wasn't aware of either. 2 is about to come out, or later this year is coming out. Fallout Season 3, we already knew that was coming. Dark Deception, don't even know what that is. Finding Frankie, Space Invaders. Beyond Two Souls? I didn't know they were doing that. Riders Republic. How are they going to do that? Phasmophobia. Call of Booty. Wolfenstein. Claire Obscure. It's not Obscura. Jesus, who are these people? Cinema Blend, don't know how to write. Twisted Metal Season 3. Last of Us Season 3. Bioshock. Ass Creed. We already know about that. Split Fiction. That could be delayed or cancelled. Outrun. Sifu. Sleeping Dogs. That one seems like... I don't think that one was really confirmed at all. It's just Simu wants to do the Sleeping Dogs movie, but it hasn't been officially confirmed. 2 Death Strandings, Elden Ring, Secret Level, Season 2. Right, Season 1 wasn't very good. Watch Dogs, Mass Effect. That one, definitely excited for that. It Takes Two, Dredge, never heard of the game. Horizon Zero Dawn, so it's going to be boring. Stray, The Sims movie, God of War, Gears of War, sorry. Another Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Sushi, Ghost of Sushi Face. What's this? Jake Gyllenhaal's in another movie? I'm there. If Jake Gyllenhaal's in it, I'm gonna watch it. So I'm almost at an hour and a half, and I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Squaz me. And because no one's actually in the chat, and I'm running out of stuff to talk about, I'm going to wrap this baby up. Thanks for watching.